empty by then, but we'll see.
Okay, are we gonna do like some like intro or something? Like,
oh yeah, sure.
welcome to our class podcast.
A theme song.
And we can like say our names. We'll just be like, I'm Christina.
No.
I'm Ethan.
Whoever like, I could like afterwards add some like little music at the beginning to like fade into the voices and stuff.
Yeah.
Mike, are you gonna edit this?
Sure, it's not really editing when we're just using one audio source, but
Yeah.
yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay.
Mike,
Who's doing the
just
intro?
like whip out your guitar and do a cool guitar riff to begin us.
I'm not
Mikey,
doing
you
it
should
live.
introduce us because you have
That's
a
why
mic.
we
It
need-
seems
We
professional.
need Ben to do a cool guitar riff. And we'll go like,
Oh yeah.
I also have a mic.
I have a mic.
Okay. Sensory overload.
Time to
My audio and GarageBand just like flips so much.
Yep.
I need to turn my gain down. Okay. Shall I start us off with an intro?
Yeah.
Sure.
Hit it.
Welcome to the Seniors of 2021 class podcast. This is our first one. Today we're going to be talking about some random topics, introducing ourselves, talking about our future and our past, talking about social media and the social dilemma, along with Lord of the Flies and how that relates to our temperaments that we learned in government this past few weeks.
Whoa.
All right. How are we getting started here?
let's start with introductions. Who wants to go
Yeah.
first? Let's do age order.
Mitch?
Oldest or
Alright, Mitch.
youngest or youngest
Joey's
older?
oldest here.
Oldest to youngest, of
No,
course.
I am
Mitch
the
is the
oldest.
oldest.
Get out of here.
Oh, sorry.
Ancient man.
Wait, why are we doing introductions if we're just gonna like know each other anyways?
Mitch,
Because
introduce
it's a
yourself.
podcast.
For in 10 years when we forget about each other's existence.
Oh yes, I forgot about myself.
I'll never forget about you guys.
Mitchell Pfeiffer, otherwise known as the gamer of the group.
Oh, yeah.
Am I in the future still gaming? That'd be great. Anyways, oldest of the group. Doesn't mean I'm the most responsible. What else? I work at Dairy Queen. I eat too much sugar, drink too much pop. But I don't know how I'm not dead yet. I'm probably dead in like 5 years though. So if we're doing
Where do you-
like
where do you
every
see
5
yourself in
years, I'm
10 years?
probably not gonna be able to hear myself say this. What else? Yeah.
All right, next person.
I'm Joey.
Joey.
I guess I'm 18 years old. Where do I see myself in 5 years? Hopefully, graduate to college. We'll see. I
Are
don't
you
know.
married, Joey? Are you married?
At this rate, it seems likely, but we'll
Oh,
see. You never know. You never know. You never know. Yeah, that's all I got.
okay. Am I next? Because I'm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I'm 18. I am doing distance learning this year. Everyone else is in person, but I'm doing distance because my stepmom has lung issues. So, what else? I work at Speedy in my neighborhood.
Do people actually call it Speedy?
Okay, my friend Amira, she keeps saying that I'm weird for calling it Speedies. So I
Yeah,
just
I
started calling
always call it
Speedy.
Tim and Tom's.
Yeah, there's like different names for it.
What?
The full name
Never
of
mind,
the
just
store
never
is
heard of
Tim
it.
and Tom's
Confused, though.
Speedy Market, but like,
Okay, we'll
or just call it Tim and Tom's. Or if you're Tizana, you call it Speedy.
Yeah. What else is there that I should mention?
I put it in the chat.
Oh, distinct
Where do you
personality
see yourself in
traits.
10 years? Yeah.
Yeah, I man, this is hard. There could be multiple avenues. I definitely think I'll have gotten like a bachelor's and probably like a teacher somewhere. Whether that be like, like in a poor area. Like I want to go on like a reservation. I love names. And like, yeah, I don't know if I'll be married or not because I have really high standards. Yeah, okay.
What? Yeah.
Josh, your audio's on.
Am I next?
think so.
I don't know who's the next.
I think I would go before Josh.
All right, you're one day older than me.
Got him.
All right, so I'm Ethan Peterson, a resident creature. I like playing video games, cooking occasionally.
Cooking in quotes for sure.
Yeah.
Cooking being putting sliced cheese on a Pop-Tart.
Where I see myself in 10 years, I don't know. Probably in the woods, terrorizing unsuspecting hunters.
My word.
All right, that it, Ergy?
Yep.
My turn? All right, I'm Josh Cruz. I would say I'm quiet, and
Blue.
unless you get to know me, hey, shut up. I'm not defined by my temperament. Yeah, sure, I'm blue. I like to make music, be outside, play sports, a whole lot of stuff, which makes it hard to do all the stuff I like to do. Where do I see myself in 10 years? Well, 5 years, I'll probably be graduated from college, and then I'll probably have a job in 5 years. In 10 years, no idea. It's too far away.
What? You can't say that. You gotta like give us a general idea.
No, I don't.
Champ.
All right. I'm next. I am 17. My name is Micah Clark. I like to play guitar, sing, do music stuff. I also like to make videos. And that's what I want to go into college for, which is what I'm looking to do next year at either Dort or Northwestern. Where do I see myself in 5 years? Graduating from either Dort or Northwestern. Still don't know where I'm going.
We have to say what colleges we're going to. I just realized. Anyway,
We can talk about that after this. 5 years from now, as everyone else, graduating college, hopefully getting a job pretty quickly after that. 10 years, probably married. Let's see, how old will I be in 10 years? 27? Maybe I'll have one kid. I don't know. Who knows? We'll see. Yeah, I guess that is it. Christina.
All right. My name's Christina Homeland. I'm 17. I am a very, very yellow person. I'm pretty outgoing. I really, really like being around people and just like in any way, shape, or form. I'm a theater kid.
Ah.
I sing perpetually and I drive my family insane. Let's see, what else can I tell you guys about myself? I haven't gone to school, the Leo class, nearly as long as other people have because I came midway through these guys' 10th grade year, which was midway through my 9th grade year because I, quote, skipped a grade. I like to, okay, I already did what I like to do. In 10 years, where do I see myself in 10 years? Okay, in 5, I will be graduated. I'll probably be doing some sort of education through like getting it paid for by the Air Force. In 10 years, I'll probably still be in school because I want to be some sort of doctor, surgeon, something along the lines of that. I have no idea if I'll be married by then. I hope I will be because I don't want to get married in my mid-30s. That would be sad and lonely for the entirety of my 20s. But honestly, I guess we'll see because, you know, do be like that. All right,
Dude.
onward.
I just realized I kind of didn't like say what I like to do. Should I say that? Or is that like
Yes.
not
Yeah.
okay. Well, yeah, I kind of relate I kind of relate to like just having like multiple avenues and just not knowing which one to completely like pour yourself into. Because there's music and then there's like writing and then there's like just like service. Like I just like helping people. But yeah, let's move on to like what colleges we're planning to go to. I guess I can go first. Like deciding between like a university or like UG State, just like one of the typical less expensive than like Christian college. And I went to college. I was there's my dad teaches at, which is North Central, and yeah. My audio. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
It seems like every time you try and respond, your Wi-Fi does not agree.
But when you're not talking, it's completely fine.
Oh my goodness. Wait, can y'all hear me now?
I mean, kind of.
Maybe if you turned off your video, for some reason I found success in that. Your audio works better.
Is it good now?
Oh, better, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I problem. Do you the Wi-Fi that my earbuds?
It sounds more like a Wi-Fi issue.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's skipping. Yeah. It's not like it's just cutting in and out.
Okay, that's good. Yeah. So things I like to do: writing, music, and acts of service, and planning to go to either a state university in Minnesota or Christian college, so like North Central University, which is probably gonna be what happens. Yeah.
Sick.
Who's next?
I can go. I mean, I guess, like I said, planning going to either Northwestern here in St. Paul or Dort in Northwest Iowa. And I'm planning on going into digital media, which is film production, but I also like want to learn audio stuff too, because that'd be very useful for film stuff. So that's definitely the major I'm going into. It's just deciding on Northwestern and Dort. Leaning towards Dort currently, but Northwestern is definitely more favorable, being 8 minutes away from my house, and Dort is 4 hours away from my house. Yeah, that's what I'm planning on doing.
I'm planning on either Northwestern or Crown. At the current moment, interested in becoming a registered nurse, which is like 5 or more years of schooling, which doesn't sound good to me, but I do like the profession, so it's worth it. But like Mike said, Crown is like 45 minutes away, and Northwestern's like 15, so the closer the better, but also Crown's just a little bit cheaper. So just currently deciding on which one I should go to.
Joey.
I'm probably going to go to Northwestern. That seems to be the most likely.
Doing what?
Yeah, what are you doing?
I was thinking about like psychology and stuff, but I talked to some family members and my campus pastor, and now ministry sounds kind of lit to me, so we'll see.
That's so good. Oh my goodness. Like, what denomination?
What denomination?
Yeah, because, like...
I got huge beef with denominations.
So, like,
Lutheran.
non-denomination.
Non-denominational.
Anabaptist.
Eaglebrook's, like, independent, so I don't... Or they're just not in one. I don't know. I feel like it's just like I don't hate like denominations, but I feel like it's kind of a way to divide the church over silly little things. So
Yeah, but like, I don't know. We have all of our distinct flavors.
Flavors.
One
I like
second.
it.
sure, yeah, Desana, whatever that
Flavor are
means.
you? I'm strawberry cream.
Who hasn't gone?
I haven't gone.
Okay.
Probably 95% chance I'll go to Dordt for engineering. Other 5% chance I decide I want to do audio engineering stuff and I go somewhere that has that. But that's unlikely.
And that leaves me. I have an extra year to figure this out, but I'm probably gonna end up going to a private college for my undergraduate degree, and then of course I'll go to some sort of public med school, because med school is expensive, and I feel like going to a Christian school is really, really good for me, and I need more of that in my life right now just to grow in my faith. But
Same.
I'm get done with my undergrad degree, I'll be stronger for my faith. Go to a public university, and even then, I can find other ways to loop in Christian communities. But when I will be studying Spanish and medicine.
Okay.
Letter E.
Now,
Oh, yeah.
oh yeah, I forgot Ethan. I'm so sorry.
Bruh.
It's all good. As for me, not really sure what I want to go to college for, or even if I want to go to college. Still deciding.
E.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we could go into like just like fun questions because, you know, just to elevate the fun. Yeah.
Elevate the fun levels.
Yes,
You got-
please.
you got- you
I
got
want
a
to be
fun
some of those
question?
most likely to.
I have a fun idea. So I'm gonna turn my camera back on, and if stuff starts getting whack, I'll turn it off. Okay, here. So I was.
It's already getting
thinking-
whacked.
Yeah, it's already getting-
Okay, I'll start.
I just leave it off, maybe.
Okay. So I was thinking that we could like explain another person.
Oh no!
Like we could sort of describe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh.
Would it be kind of fun, like how we perceive each other?
You mentioned how we perceived each other like years
In-
ago too.
We could do both. I feel like I have the best. Well, I have a really good one for Ethan. I don't know.
Do you want to
Does
have
that
at
sound
it?
good?
Then?
Yeah, just
Does that
have at
sound
it.
good?
Go ahead,
Okay.
Sana.
Okay. Well, so in middle school, I was like very such a judgmental person. I think a lot of people in middle school are. I was always like, I just couldn't figure you out. And I was like, what's up with like you? I don't know. I feel like I like. It's so weird because like I didn't realize like how like kind of a person you were because I was so like self-centered. But like I don't know. It's like it's so interesting how like maturity can change how you like view someone because like now I don't know. I'm totally able to like see how like kind of your temperament, I guess, kind of how your temperament is like it makes you it makes you come off as like not like an ordinary person, but like that's like who you are. This we need to cut this. This is so bad. But yeah, I it's interesting because once we found out about temperaments, I was like able to like understand why you acted the way you did in some situations. And I was like, man, like this is who he was created to be. And I was like, this is so cool. Yeah, and I just learned like you're like one like such a kind person, and you like reach out to people like the people who are on the kind of the dregs of society, and I really like that. I really like that. So yeah. Christina, do you want to do that perception you had of Alka since you've known her for so long?
Sure. I first met Alika when she came to a vacation Bible school at my church. And she, of course, she's a year older than me, but like, we were like, each other. Like, we just pointed at each other and we were like, we are friends now. One of my earliest memories with Alika is being in those cute little worship sessions that they had at vacation Bible schools. And we were singing the song. It goes, Jesus, author of salvation. And I would say Jesus wrote a book about salvation, and we would just feel over. I thought it was so funny. And honestly, I think I could make that joke now, and Alika would still laugh. She's just a sweet little innocent child. She makes so many great statements. The quote board that we have, man, the best quotes are definitely.
Oh yeah,
definitely
we should
Alika.
definitely mention that.
Besides the one that Mr. King said.
Should we read through it just in case we lose it?
We can do it later,
Yeah.
but I have it on my my personal email, so I don't know. I don't think I'll ever lose it unless I change emails, which I don't plan on doing.
Just for the sake of it, I gotta tell you, the best one I think is probably the time that Alika got a sunburn, and it was sticking around for a really long time. And she said, "One day my skin will go back to normal, and my epidermis will stop rotting."
Yes, yes.
That was really good.
So it's just some classic Alika. Like, she's such a goof, but she's also so brilliant, and she just surprises you with the things that she can do. Like, she just on a whim auditioned for the Minnesota Youth Opera and got in. Like, what a wild thing. So I absolutely adore that chica.
Just out of curiosity, Christina, I went to one VBS at your church when I was like 10 or 11. It was a Go Fish one. Did you go to that one?
Yes.
What year was that?
Was
I
it
was
the
like-
year that I didn't want to do the VBS because I thought it was too childish? So in order to get me to do the VBS, they had me help with worship.
I think I was like, it was like 2013 or 14, I'm pretty sure.
Do you remember what the theme was?
No, it's just Go Fish.
We did a Go Fish one almost every single year, and I did like every single one of that.
Then I have no idea. We all had orange shirts, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. I remember getting that orange shirt. I hated it. I thought it didn't complement my skin tone. I was like 11.
Wow.
Oh my goodness. Let's go through the most likely two questions, and because
Wait, we've only gone over two people. We've only gone over Alika and Ethan.
okay.
Well, we can't do this forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're already 23 minutes into this podcast.
Yeah.
We'll just cut it in half.
Two sections.
Two.
Nah, do the who most likely to.
Yeah, we should do that.
Yeah, mine was so bad with Ethan. I feel horrible. I'm so sorry, guys.
Someone tuning a guitar.
Gosh.
Who's got the questions?
I think Tessana does.
Guys, I don't know. Okay.
Most likely to get
meant-
arrested first.
Oh, are you reading these, Mitch?
No,
Do you
I
want to
just
do
thought
them?
of it.
Arrested.
Or like pulled over.
Ethan,
Okay, pulled over is one thing. Arrested is a whole
Arrested,
different
yeah.
thing.
Who's most likely to get pulled over?
Who is the
Um,
worst?
I don't have my license, so you can't point at me.
You can still get pulled over without your license.
Yeah, but I'm never the one driving. So, This just reminds me of the time that I was entering the parking lot into the school, and Micah was coming in from the opposite direction. He
Oh my
just
word.
totally skinned past the entrance, and he just shook his head, just so disappointed in himself as he went past my car.
I'm really glad it was you guys and not some random person, though.
Wait, what did you do?
Oh,
The spot, like, were you coming in, like, to enter the school, like, right by that electronic sign?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That spot gets really slippery with ice in the winter.
Yeah, so bad.
Oh, no.
And it was the first time this past, like, I don't know when it was, a month ago or so, or whenever it snowed in October, and I braked, and I wasn't used to it yet, and I slid right past the entrance, and Christina and her mom were right there coming from the opposite side, and just started laughing at me.
so funny. You're like so
I was just like,
disappointed in yourself. You're like, I have failed my family.
I'm gonna be honest.
Dishonor on my cornfields. Dishonor on my cow. It was good.
I honestly don't think any of us would really get pulled over unless it was like something kind of like what Michael was talking about, just those like silly mistakes. Like I honestly think we're very responsible.
Well, yeah, I don't plan on ever getting pulled over.
yeah,
I don't think anyone plans
I
on
don't
that.
think, yeah, ditto. But
some
making
people
it live.
live
I'm making
recklessly
it a life of
though.
I'm never gonna get pulled over. And if I'm gonna get pulled
You're
over,
gonna be a
I'm gonna
driver's
do routine.
instructor when you get into your 60s, so you can just flex on all the driver's instruction students that you've never gotten pulled over.
Just gonna call the cops and tell them you're
Where do you see yourself in 50 years? Working at John's
DMV.
Auto School.
Okay, that's a good one. Who's most like because I feel bad because we haven't talked about God once. Who's most likely to
Wait. Oh, never mind.
I'm trying to think of a like interesting spiritual question. Oh, who if we were in Nazi Germany, who's most likely to hide Jews in their basement? Like, let's be honest.
you probably.
Yeah.
You dishonor.
Hey, actually, I was talking about this with my sister, and I was like, Ava, do you think we would actually do that? Like, do you honestly think we would? And we were like, we don't know. Like, we honestly felt like we couldn't answer the question because that survival instinct, like it kind of kicks in. Like, I don't know. I feel like I'm not at the point in my life where I give completely everything to God. Like I have such a horrible, sinful nature, and I feel like I just don't know how I'd respond in that situation. I think maybe when I'm like 30, I'd be like, yeah, we're doing this. But at this point in my life, I'm such a selfish person. Like, and that's hard to like stomach, but it's true. Anyways.
But you're still the most likely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. Y'all are sweet. Who is most likely to? Who is most likely to like win an award for something like to be recognized for something? And it can be like any sort of talent, but who's most likely to like have the sort of personality to be noticed for their work? You know what I'm saying?
Also, are we
'Cause
doing
some people
this
don't
like
get
based on
noticed.
people that are in this call or in our class?
I think
In
based
our
on the
class,
Oh,
or we can do it for like
I would say in our
I don't
class, or
Yeah.
even if there's no one in our class, you could even say in our school.
Mhm.
But
yeah. Yeah. So who's most likely to get? What do you guys think?
I feel like Livy's gonna win some freaking horse competition.
probably,
You know what I mean, though? Like,
yeah.
she's good at what she does. So, I don't know. I think it would be Livy.
I was gonna say I think it might be. So I see Micah as a person who's he's kind of like he's a real. This is interesting because it does reflect his temperament. Like he is a very like magnetic person. Like I'm able to like I really can notice Micah when he's in a room, and versus like Josh, who's really like Josh is super talented and like everything. Well, No. But I mean, like, he's more soft spoken, and he's kind of
Yeah.
type of artistic person where he's not like noticed by everybody, but like
But
that's
also
okay.
is.
Like, yeah, like people, he's like kind of behind the scenes, but whereas Micah, you're like kind of like a character, if that makes sense. Like
Yeah.
you're your brand, whereas Josh, I'm like, well,
The brand.
I feel like it's like I think of him less distinctly as like it feels like it's like I don't know how to describe it. It's just not as personalized, I guess. So I feel like maybe Micah would be the most likely to receive an award because he sort of has developed this like this personality and this like demeanor that like I don't know that people like, because to be a celebrity you sort of have to have something
Mike's a
that
celebrity now.
draws people
I don't know
in,
if I want to
you
be a
know?
celebrity.
It's definitely like Mike or Christina.
Yeah, for
You
sure.
already are Micah Clark Films.
Oh yeah, you got that 278
Exactly.
subscribers. Basically
Yeah.
famous.
Bro, how many
Come
Yeah,
for
subscribers
you.
it's
have
definitely
in 10
Micah
years?
Christina.
Probably like 100 more than that. I've had my
You're
channel.
gonna blow up.
I've
You are
had my
going to
channel
blow
for
up
almost
there's no
5
way.
years, and I'm only at 278, and I made so many videos.
To be fair, though,
Yeah, that's how I feel. So
that you started your channel at like 12, didn't you?
Yeah, 13 when I was able to get a Google account.
Like,
Yeah, true. But yeah, the problem is I don't clickbait because I
Yeah.
can't let myself do that for some
What do you
reason.
mean? You said I got braces! Exclamation!
I did get
That video got, like,
That's my most-
4,000 views.
that video. I have 5 videos over 1,000 views. That one has 3,000, and it's like the most stupid video I've ever made.
Dude, I was looking. One of my marimba songs is 3,000, and I had no idea.
Really?
yeah, I've
My,
done that before where I've clicked on a video and I'm like, what? This has so many views.
Wow.
My Let It Grow video or cover that I made in during quarantine for fun, just to be stupid, has like almost 2,000 views. And I'm like,
Yikes.
I have videos that I'm way more proud of that have like under 200. I'm like 200 views and like,
that's
bruh.
big
YouTube
sad.
now, just do stupid videos.
I feel like if TikTok wasn't big now, but if Vine was big now, I could have a very successful Vine account.
Oh yeah,
Yes, you could.
anything could have a
Like a-
successful Vine account.
Bite. Yes.
Bite.
Fight.
I want these with the boys videos to get 3,000 views, not my braces
They
video.
deserve 3,000 views. They're so funny.
Speaking of, I have a new video. Sometime after this podcast, I'll be posting a video, and it's very good.
Guys, we're gonna do some like most likely 2 questions that are not just for my brain because like, you know,
Yeah.
we need some variety. Also, I'm literally doing both of the I'm multitasking. I'm doing this on my phone while speaking on my phone, so bear with
Whoa.
me. Okay. So, who is most likely to write No, that's too self-inserting. Who is most likely to all these are really bad.
Who's most likely to run away to join the circus?
Mitchell
I think
Mitch.
that's a Mitchell thing, yeah.
or Ethan.
Yeah, Mitch or Ethan.
Yeah, Mitch should be an acrobat for sure.
Oh, who's
would
like,
Ethan
most
do in a
likely to
Lion tamer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think this is good. Who is most likely to live the longest? Like, actually, what do you guys think? I'm curious. Everyone speak on this one, because I have an opinion, but I want to know y'all's opinion.
Okay, statistically, it's gonna be a girl.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
Thanks, stats.
Okay.
I have an eating disorder, so not me.
So by process
But
of
you will always have an
elimination-
eating
Oh, wait, no.
disorder.
I know, but it's probably affecting
Class.
my long-term health at this point. I'm thinking Sophie because she actually tries.
Yeah.
She actually tries.
What
Does that apply
does
to
everyone
someone
else
else's?
think?
I have the genetics for living a long time. I mean, my grandma was 90 My grandpa was in his mid-80s. My other grandma's she's 85, and she's still totally rocking it. So, I mean, I have the genetics, but I don't have the drive, I guess. I don't know. It sounds so bad. Guys, it's like I'm not suicidal.
That's good.
I feel like we need more people to be talking.
No.
Because, no.
No, this awkward silence is good.
We are talking.
Joey, who's going to live the longest?
Yeah, good.
I think Christina makes a good case for Sophie.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
So what's weird is I didn't really think about like the scientific, like, what's the word? The scientific side of this. So I was kind of just thinking of like who, like athletic things, you know? Because I know
Survival
that, like,
of the fittest.
well, to an extent, yeah. Because I know if you're like if you do take care of your body, like when you're young, like, you know, that study that Mr. V, that one study.
Are you talking about the one where if your grandpa was starving, you were less likely to have heart disease?
Yeah. But I guess what I'm trying to go with that, where I'm trying to go with that is that, like, the attitudes that you have when you're this age are gonna, like, really forever affect, like, you in your old age, and that's just facts. And I feel like I feel like there's like a bunch of people in this class who have that attitude, like, of wellness. So yeah, Sophie, Micah,
There's
Joey,
two Joshes.
Josh.
Yeah, why is it two Joshes?
Two Joshes.
Wait, what? There are?
Yeah, there's two Joshes.
That's not okay. Well, I don't know.
Whatever. Okay, let's keep going. I'll cut this part out. Yeah, I can see that point, Sana. I mean, I don't think we should just look at the statistics of only girls living longer. But yeah, I can see that. Oh, now there's one Josh.
Excellent.
Good.
Back to reality.
Can't handle two Joshes.
There are two Joshes?
Dun, dun, dun.
Mitch and Sam and Ethan doing the chapels.
Chapels.
Oh, yes.
Oh, guys, who's most likely to, like, actually get married first? Because we're talking about the future.
Joey.
Gosh darn it.
Joey or Christina? Actually.
That surprises me. Why me?
Yeah.
Why do you say that, Sana?
Because you're ready to get married, I can tell. I can tell you're like, I'm waiting for my husband. Like, where is he?
Maybe not husband. I'd be down for dating someone, but, like, I am not ready to get married.
Hey, when you date
Anna.
someone, you're like about to, like, that's like basically saying I'm preparing to marry you.
Yeah, that's fair. But, like, I know a girl who got married when she was 17. She got engaged when she was 16.
Yikes.
They're still together. They're in their mid-20s now. They're working on it. It was an guy, so, like,
Guys, that's not that
Better
weird
bet.
though if you think about
Like-
it. Like,
it's still, like, it's not that weird, but at the same time, it's like, wow, when I was
No.
16, I did not feel ready to make that kind of commitment.
that's because of our generation. We like, I don't know.
But it's like also just generally not advisable. Like, you're in high school, getting married. Like,
You change, like, so much during college,
Mm-hmm.
and, like, it can already, like, the statistics for, like, a marrying your high school sweetheart, I guess is the word I'll use, is, like, low because of how much you change in college and stuff. So the chance of, like,
Joey's gonna though.
I mean, I guess if you get married married in high school, I guess, I don't know, would that have a more likely chance of lasting than dating through college? I don't know.
I don't know. I
I
think
guess it just depends on, like, where you go to college. 'Cause, like,
Yeah,
if
I'm
you're,
just saying, like,
separated, then, like, that's kind of hard. But
You mature a lot and you change a lot.
I think it does also really, really depend on where you go to college. Like, my mom was actually engaged to another guy before she met my dad. I'm like, She went to college in her hometown in Iowa Falls, Iowa, for a couple of years, and then her and her fiance were gonna be going to different colleges, and they just knew a long distance relationship wouldn't work, so they broke it off. And then my mom and my dad, and history. I mean, it took 3 proposals before she accepted, but still.
Got him. Yeah, it depends on how, like, where you go to college too, and if you can handle like long distance stuff. If you can't, you're screwed.
I feel like we should go into some deep questions, like like to do with our temperaments and Lord of the Flies, kind of. You know what I'm saying? Just
Yeah.
that'd be cool.
All right. Who is most likely to mistake a character for the Beast and kill him?
Okay, first of all, everyone's finished the book, right?
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Wow.
What?
What? How could you?
I'm only up to chapter 10. I've got all break.
Man.
Come on.
Can we spoil it?
Sure.
Simon dies, so does someone else.
I don't want to say who dies, but I feel like Christine doesn't care that much.
Everyone knew it was coming. I mean, like,
I kind of did see
My
it.
brother
get
was
rescued or
flipping
does
through the
everyone
book and
die?
he just saw the word Simon's dead body floated out to sea, and now he knows.
No, Simon's
But I thought that was at the end of chapter 9.
It was. I don't
Yeah,
remember what
there's
chapter.
another death. There's another
Did
death.
you know someone else died?
Yeah.
guys, wait,
Weird.
let's tag ourselves as these characters, like, and let's be completely honest, okay?
Oh boy.
All right. Who's Jack?
Ethan.
Who's the most rival?
I think I might be Jack.
You are not Jack.
No,
I
you
would not
think
say.
you would turn into like huge savage
monster.
and try to?
I could never see myself comfortably chanting till the pig slit her throat. Spilled. her
Yeah.
blood.
I feel like there's 2 parts of me. There is like like, you know how Paul talks about like how there's two things inside of you, like the Holy Spirit and then your fleshly instinct.
Mhm.
Like I kind of want to go a little into this. Like literally, I was worship last Sunday. I literally like felt like there were points where I felt like the Holy Spirit like reaching outside of me and like that part of me like worshiping, but then I also felt this evil part of me that was like sort of just selfish ambition, like wanting people to like be like, oh, this is good, or wanting that selfish gain and that those anxious thoughts, you know. I felt both within me, and it was really interesting. And I do think that ultimately the Holy Spirit always prevails in my life, but sometimes like I look at myself and I can relate to Jack, because I do feel like I understand he wants to survive. He wants to, you know, he doesn't want to die, and I get that. I don't want to die. But I think ultimately there's this part of me where it's like I love God so much where I could not turn into that, but I do relate to Jack, and I relate to other characters as well, but the sinful part of me, I'm like, yep, that makes sense with Jack, you know.
Well, that's kind of like
Yeah, I mean, Jack. Go ahead, Joey.
Well, yeah, that's just kind of like the beauty of the book, Hassan, is that everyone's got those 2 parts. So, like, everyone kind of relates to both Ralph and Jack. So that's kind of why it's, like, such a good book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get him, Mike.
Yeah, I mean, I think that definitely the key characteristic. I mean, they both want to survive, but the biggest difference between them is Ralph is looking more at the long term, and Jack is looking more at short term.
Right.
And like Ralph, the thing everybody like ends up going to Jack at the end is because Ralph is trying to have them survive long term, but the problem is he's doing all those things like trying to make them keep the fire alive, but he isn't delivering. Like he's saying, if we keep the fire alive, a ship will see the smoke, but it's not happening. And Jack he's saying these things, oh, we're going to hunt and we're going to eat all this meat, and he's delivering and he's getting that done.
Yeah.
And what really, the fire, you need both of those things. and that's ultimately how they get rescued at the end.
Yeah.
But it's weird. Everyone wants to see themselves as Ralph because he's the long-term thinker and he's not savage like Jack, but really they're all savage, so what can you say?
Yeah, that's good. Like, also interesting how the guy who picks them up is like the boat. It's like going off to kill, others in a, like he's picking them up and they're safe, but ultimately like like our sinful nature is like not just like subject to like those who are, how do you say, like those who are living tribal lifestyles, I guess. Like,
I mean, that irony is all throughout the book with all the references to World War II.
Right. So it's really cool. How, like, were you, like, when you guys read this book, like, I want to know all of your guys' like thoughts. Was it convicting? Was it disturbing? Oh, that's my sister's alarm. What, just thoughts?
It's definitely disturbing.
Yeah. Probably for the moment I heard the Ralph's friend Piggy, as soon as I heard that name, I knew we were in for a rough one. And then there was the whole thing with hunting pigs and the whole chanting stuff. It just kind of was like, yeah, this is not going well.
What did it like reveal to you guys?
Middle schooler behavior.
I mean, it reveals the selfish nature in everyone. And it was also
gotta die. Piggy dies, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I kind of figured. It just seemed like he's the weak link, quote unquote. Of course, I mean, like, I don't think he's actually like a weak person. I think he has a lot of strong, like, at least strong reasoning for like an 11-year-old, 12-year-old. Like he wants to stick to the rules because he understands that the rules are going to keep them civil. But at the same time, nobody's sticking to the rules, so he's gonna die. Also, his name is Piggy, and they're hunting pigs.
Yeah.
Too symbolic to ignore.
More irony.
Yeah.
Josh, what are your thoughts? Because you are introverted and you don't speak a lot. But you
What are your thoughts?
Guys,
You're
I'm
introverted.
blue. Yeah, it kind of just, especially at the end, it gives you a really weird feeling because through the whole book, you get so involved in the story that you kind of forget they're just like 12-year-olds and that they're just kids, but they're actually like killing each other. And then when that guy comes and they all kind of like there's that big chase at the end, and then the guy on the boat comes and he's just like casual, like, hey, where are the grown-ups? What have you guys been up to? And then suddenly they're like pulled back to reality. It's just like such a contrast. Like then you realize like these are just kids and they've been killing each other. It's just very like striking.
Yeah. Joey, Mitchell, and Ethan, thoughts?
I'll talk for a little bit. I'm a big fan of like the themes that they have in the book. Like I'd say one theme is like humans are naturally evil. I think that's a very biblical theme. Another one is like the idea of delayed gratification, and like Ralph is trying to like, we need a plan for the long run, where Jack is just providing for their like quick needs, like we need meat right now, and Jack's just taking advantage of that and then gaining power. And yeah, it's very interesting, and I'm a big fan of the themes in the book.
Mitchell, do you
I feel
have
like there's
any...
a level of validity to Jack's desire to provide for their immediate needs at the same time, though. You know, like at the beginning of the book, they were talking about like working together and all like being one tribe. And Jack's hunters were going to be an important part of that because, you know, they still need to eat. Like, of course, there's fruit, but that's not real, like, they can live off of it, but they don't know how long they're going to be there, and so they need to learn how to get themselves real sustenance. And they also need to be rescued. So I feel like if they would have worked together, ultimately it would have worked better, and there are validity to both, like, the short-term and the long-term taking care of yourself. But I think ultimately the separation between them is what led to their, at least some of the characters' demise.
Yeah.
Yeah. I lean towards, what for me, I definitely think that there would have been no way for them to stop the killing unless they sort of adopted a Christian perspective, and that's just because I believe all systems will fall unless we are following like biblical models. Does that make sense? And I think it's interesting how Piggy serves as sort of a Christ-like figure and how he's speaking the truth. And he ends up being killed because he spoke the truth in some ways. And just shows how those who have the truth will be killed, you know? And that's kind of how the world works, is like people don't like to be made aware of what is true, because I think we all know the truth deep down inside of ourselves. There's just a matter of like accepting it. And I think Jack was angered by Piggy because he didn't want to face that Piggy had the truth, you know?
I always think it's interesting because, like, as I was reading the book, I was always leaning towards Ralph. I didn't, like, really enjoy Jack's personality, especially, like, yes, I get that he's meeting the needs of the people, like, yeah, they need to eat and stuff, but, like, he was making it into something like demonic rituals, and so I just don't like that part of it, and so that's why I always, like, tended to lean towards Ralph, but I also leaned toward Ralph just because of the fact that, oh, well, we're on this island, we're just a bunch of kids, we're probably not going to be super efficient in, like, actually surviving, and so we need to get rescued with this fire and stuff, and they were shot down, and there was the parachute as well, the parachuter, that also got shot down onto the same island, so it seems like this area is like a high traffic area, so the possibility of them being seen by, you know, the fire and smoke is, like, pretty high. And so I was always leaning towards Ralph, like, yeah, we just get rescued so we don't have to worry about surviving.
Did they ever figure out that the parachuter was not a beast, it was a parachuter?
Simon
yeah, but
did.
Simon died before they learned anything.
Well, because when they beat up Simon, after that, he, like, blew on the beach and they ran away, so I don't think they ever actually saw that it was actually...
Simon was walking into that meeting screaming at them that there was a dead body.
Yeah, but they were doing that satanic dance cult thing, and then they killed him.
And then they vote off the guy who reported. It's literally Among Us.
Yeah. I hope, are you guys getting tired or bored?
What? Of this?
Are you guys? Yeah.
No.
Okay.
I'm not tired or bored, but we are at 53 minutes.
We are.
But
Okay.
I'm also probably going to cut some stuff out, like filler time and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, because I was thinking, what if what is something that would be like incredibly riveting and everybody would enjoy, like that we would talk about? Like, what is that discussion point for all of us?
For future reference?
Yeah. Or just for now.
The Social Dilemma.
I should really watch The Social Dilemma before we do that.
It's really good.
Oh,
Okay.
we could talk about
Watch
social
it.
media. We could talk about how social media is affecting us all.
Next time after Christina watches The Social Dilemma.
Everyone,
Watch it.
Simon, watch Social Dilemma on
Social
Netflix.
media, so.
Mitch, you're on Discord. That's yeah.
But that's gamer media.
Gamer media.
You guys want a game later today? So I want a game. Should we just, Tasana? I think maybe we should call it today,
Okay.
like
sounds
for
good.
today, and then we can discuss more stuff next time.
Yes. I just want to know, how did you guys feel about this? Let's be completely honest. Did it feel awful or did it feel okay? How did
No,
it
it
feel?
was fine. I don't think it doesn't need to be like a structured thing. It's just like talking, but we're
Yeah.
recording it.
Yeah.
That's what
Okay.
podcasts are. It's just a
It's a
live
Pogcast.
podcast.
I also think it's a
Live
really
discussion
cool
between
way
the
for us
greatest
to
class
stay
of high
connected.
school.
I also
Yeah.
think it's a really cool way for us to stay connected across the people who have distance learning. Like, I would really, really love for Ben and
Ray,
Alika to
get
be
outta
able to
here.
come because, like, they're never there for any of our jokes and fun stuff anymore. And I really, like, I hate to see Tasana, Ben, and Alika float away from our class, you know?
Yeah. I feel that, guys. I've been like kind of like how do I say it? Like a little bit emo because I miss you guys. Yeah. I hope that we can continue to do these. It would be great. Oh, can we say a little thing about our temperaments before we leave? Or
Sure.
should we not?
Like where
Yeah.
we are.
Yeah.
Okay. What order do we want to go in?
I don't know.
Youngest,
Random.
oldest.
Yeah.
Youngest, oldest, yeah.
Okay, fine, dandy. Hi guys, I'm Christina. I'm yellow. I am a hardcore sanguine. I am very outgoing, super duper people oriented. That's so accurate. Very extroverted. Just cannot stand being alone. Just for one example, yesterday, I went out with Dad in the morning, and then I had been home for like 4 hours, and I was so bored. My mom was sitting at the kitchen table, and I just like repeatedly started like running into her chair like a video game character, and I was like, "Mom, can we go somewhere? I need to leave. I need to get out of the house." Like, oh, that's an excellent example.
How did you survive quarantine?
I didn't. I did not. I crashed and burned. I had to go back to treatment. It was bad. Quarantine was bad for me, guys. We can't go back. The way that sanguines get what they want, sanguine?
Yeah.
Yep.
Sanguine.
Sanguine or sanguine.
The
Doesn't
way that
matter.
sanguines get what they want and manipulate is through charm and flattery, which is very accurate. Once again, I'm going to give the example of when I needed some help with completing my study guide for environmental science. So I offered to make cupcakes to anyone who shared their study guide with me. And I'm in.
They were good.
Yeah, I'm happy you enjoyed them. They were a lot more firm than I expected them to be. I was like, whatever, they're scone cupcakes now. And then I gave them out. But yeah. Okay, where my yellows at?
I'm next. I'm also yellow, sanguine. I am also very red. I'm actually just one more yellow than red. Like, so I'd say I'm basically the same or tied with those and the one problem we've said about the test is like we go through the whole book and I go through it as a yellow, but I'm also very red. So I didn't learn as much about my red temperament side. But I think I kind of switch between both. It depends on who I'm with also. Like if I'm with the boys, I'm more yellow, especially Joey, because he brings the yellow out a lot in me. But then when I need to be responsible, like get schoolwork done or for chapel committee, I need to like be a stronger leader. My red will come out and like I know when I need to be responsible and I will like slow down and like take time to do things. And I guess sometimes I don't take time to do things, but I do a little fast. But I've learned more when I need to be each one.
Yeah, that's good.
Am I next?
Yep.
All right, I'm a blue.
Wow.
It's been said already about 4 times this podcast.
Oh,
What?
I'm blue, dabba-dee-doo. Okay.
Oh
Anyway.
yes,
I know
good.
this one.
That's my favorite song. Not actually. I'll start with characteristics that I think like fit me well from Blue. It said like perfectionistic and orderly, which I am. It also said judgmental and critical, which I am extremely, even though I don't like say it. Like I'll hold a grudge about forever, and I hate that about myself, and I'm trying to get better, but it's hard for me to forgive stuff. And I'll like say I forgive you, but I'll remember. I'll be like, oh, it's fine. And then I'm like, oh, yeah. But that's not a great quality to have. What are some of the other things? Oh, it said like we're insecure. I don't think I'm insecure. I think I'm fairly confident. So I wouldn't say that describes me. Also, like the space and silence thing. I agree that like I need that, but I also think like quarantine was awful for me as well because I just wanted to be with people. So I don't think like that's all the time. Like I thrive off like being with my friends too. It's not like I just want to be alone all the time. So I thought that was kind of like not totally accurate, but
All right. So yeah, I am aggressively phlegmatic, which
Yeah, you really are.
is really no surprise to me. The traits I just pulled up this website. Low-key personality, easygoing and relaxed. I kind of see those in myself. Yeah, I like to think of myself as a pretty patient person.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh yeah, but I also would be. I am also pretty indecisive at times. Let's see what's in this. Stays uninvolved. Yeah. Yeah, I would agree on some of these. I'm pretty shy out in public. And in most situations I am, that include more than just like, what, 5 people. And yeah.
Cool.
Next up would be
Tasana.
Oh,
yes.
sweet. Yeah. So on the test when I originally did it, I took it when I was kind of like I'm just gonna like depressed. So like I got more blue, but then when I retook it kind of in a better mindset, I got like equally yellow and blue basically.
Okay.
And I think that makes a lot of sense because I do have like both. And I think I use both in different situations. But I'm learning to meld the two. Like it's interesting because the person I kind of weirdly developed like a personality at school. I don't really know why, but I think I don't know how it happened, but I noticed like at home I'm like I'm more like, yeah, I need my space and silence, and like I'm definitely an insecure person. I appear confident, but it's in some ways it's like a protective mechanism. But yeah, I'm very perfectionistic, but often I can't get things perfect just because of like time and with school, and it can rip me apart. But I've just learned to be like, no, it's okay, like give it to God. But it's hard. But yeah, I think one of the reasons I fell on the blue side is because I just do naturally am more depressive, and I think that can like translate to that. So yeah, but I'm definitely also yellow. Like I feed off of other people. Like when I'm not around people for a long amount of time, it does affect me. Like I really liked quarantine. Like the whole time we were in quarantine, like the first part, like last year, I was totally fine. But it's been like a couple months where I've just started to feel the effects of like, wow, I feel like I need to see people, you know? So yeah.
Joey.
Yeah, so I got literally the same as Micah. So I had one more yellow than red. So yeah, I feel like 90% of the time, especially at school, definitely a yellow because I'm just like energized by being around other people. And I definitely speak the language as fun, much to the annoyance of Josh, but it's a good time. Yeah, so like the loud laugh, and yeah, I just enjoy telling jokes and listening to jokes. So yeah, but then if you put me like in charge of a group or something, I definitely feel like my red side comes out, and I feel like when I'm more at home and like I have a list of homework to do, I just go right into red mode, which is just like cross off tasks, get things done. So yeah, I understand my results, and I think it makes a lot of sense to me.
Alrighty. I am major sanguine. I was like 22 points or something. Um, but I don't think I show like every quality of yellow. I mean, I was uh, primary sanguine, but then like secondary blue. Um, which like sometimes makes sense because when I'm at home or whatever, I'm in the basement a lot, just alone doing homework or playing games or something, and I don't like tend to find myself bored a lot because I'm just fine like on my own, which is like not typical with a major sanguine because I really do like being around people, but I also sometimes want my own space. If I'm just like around people too much, I'll just spend a lot of time on my own, just doing my own thing. Um, so I definitely think that's like reflective of how I am. So if I probably took the test again, I'd probably be more even between yellow and blue.
We did everybody, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I think we did.
Yay. So I think we can this has taken a long time, so I think we can like be done.
It's almost been an hour and 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yep,
Oh
hour
my
and
goodness.
7 since I started recording.
Oh,
Yeah, we were here way longer before Josh got here. We were like here for like almost a half hour.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Thanks, John.
just do with recording. Lol.
Okay, so do we want to say
Did you get the
bye?
whole thing?
What?
Mitch, did you record it?
Yeah,
Is it still recording?
too.
it's still recording.
Still recording.
About an hour and 8
We should say
minutes.
bye. We should say bye or something.
Bye.
Bye.
Is Mitch? Mitch, if you record it, is your audio going to go through in that recording?
Yeah, it should. I tested
Okay.
like a few minutes, and
That's
I
good.
could hear myself. So I'm stopping
Okay.
it now. So
Don't you want to do a conclusion or?
anyone want to? Are we doing that?
No, whoops.
Mitch, conclude.
Yes.
Thanks for coming to the 2021 Seniors Podcast, the best class in high school history.
Pog.
See you nerds later.